Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another reading. We are back here. Let me just cleanse the cards. They're right in front of me. I always just do it with sage or with my incense sticks and yeah, then I'm ready to go. So we have the Libra full moon. Sorry, new moon, not full moon. Libra new moon happening tomorrow, 21st of October. Such a great new beginning depending on where Libra lies in your astrological chart. So you may want to check that out. But we are here to get general tarot messages because energy is still the same. You can check, astrology, and I'd like to check astrology for, what part of my, what part of my house or what area of my life is actually being impacted by certain new moons and full moons. But I often found that you don't always need it. Like tarot can almost kind of guide you in the right way, which I actually find in some ways better because I feel like sometimes it puts too much pressure on that area once you know in astrological charts. Whereas with tarot, it's your energy and it's very much mutable. Oh, okay. Brilliant. We got some cards out. We have Queen of Pentacles. What a card. I love this Queen of Pentacles card. Yeah, look at that. The green, You know what this reminds me of? So since I went to a Samhain circle last night. It was a meditation circle that I went to. And it was in such a beautiful setting with it was at an old chapel, and it had it was through a graveyard. Now that sounds kind of scary, right? And I think it would have been scary if I was alone, but there was just a group of us going, and through that setting it just was such a vibe. Somehow I get the sense that this indicates to me something like that, this almost like this meditative trance state in a setting that is so atmospheric. Maybe someone is traveling somewhere like that, or you are going into really atmospheric place which just resets you. Like for me, for example, yesterday, I often do readings for other people. I hold workshop for other people. I hold space for other people and do things for them, and I hadn't realized that I haven't done something for myself. Maybe this is a call for someone that if you are a coach, a healer, a space holder, maybe it's time for you to actually treat yourself in doing something as well. And that doesn't need to be something big. It could be literally attending a meditation circle where you have this group of people who are also there, and then you can connect with them or just feel safe somewhere, right? That's somehow I get that. This is safety, this is grounding, this is earth, this is very much connected to your atmosphere, to your surroundings. We are in a very beautiful season of autumn. Nature is your friend, so if you do want to go out, really delve into this autumn vibes, really make the most of it. These seasons are there for a reason. I go all out, my nails, the colors that I wear are all going to be autumn based. And if you are feeling the call to do that as well, or if you are feeling disconnected somehow, this may be the answer to it. This may be your call to connect back to yourself through seasonal living, is what I'm getting here. Yeah, very much like going back to your roots. And this new moon may even indicate exactly that you're going back to deep grounding, whether that is starting a new meditation practice, starting a new group, or a yoga class or something like that, where you feel connected to yourself, but it is with other people. I don't see this as a one-to-one thing. I see it as really you connecting with other people. Then we do get Knight of Swords, which is fast-moving card. Something's coming. Okay, this card literally tells me straight away that something is about to arrive very quickly. Two of Cups. So for someone, this is going to be a relationship of some kind. Yeah, so someone is getting a relationship coming into their lives. It does seem like a romantic relationship. It doesn't really seem like anything platonic. This isn't like a self-love thing. Something is coming in fast. This seems like a romantic relationship. Someone is coming into your life with an offer, a romantic offer. So do have a look. What is coming up May want to check your messages soon. I know we are entering in November, we will be entering the Mercury retrograde, where you want to watch out for past people coming into your life. Often they are tests, but not always. Sometimes they're meant to stay. But things are going to be shaken up a little in your love life, so let's see what else we get. Oh my gosh. Okay, Nine of Swords. This is after a long time of anxiety and worrying. Yeah, someone's just been like really worried, having nightmares. You're dealing with like dreams that don't necessarily like, they're almost repetitive and they don't always make sense. And now you're like, what am I meant to do? My dreams are just crazy. I can't do anything about it. It keeps repeating. Maybe you've tried certain interpretations or tried to see what is happening. It is often a way for your subconscious mind to communicate to you. Your dreams are telling you what is going on in your mind, what is a subconscious mind, what lies there, what needs healing next. What can help with that is journaling. If you journal about your dreams, it's going to help you so much. You can really feel like, yeah, this is your time to feel really, what's the word? Soothed. And maybe that is linked with this new moon. Now you've got this meditation circles that I have been talking about, attending those and putting yourself in the environments where you feel so relaxed and so taken care of that those answers might come. Why has this repeating dream been coming in, has been coming up, right? Why has this certain thing just why hasn't it resolved yet is what I'm getting. And this meditation circle, like for me, being in this meditation circle last night, I definitely felt like there were some answers that came. And that's because I was able to reach a level of stillness which finally allowed me to access the parts of me that I couldn't hear before, Sorry, guys. Literally had to drink water because I've been speaking for so long. Not just for this video, but for I had recorded some more content, that's why. Okay, let's get more cards. Nine of Swords to me is indicating... Okay. We dropped a card, but we are back. Ace of Cups. Again, this is love reading. Yeah, for someone, this is very much about, if you're already in a relationship, take this as a deeper level or deeper connection with your partner, existing partner. You are diving deeper into it. You are becoming much more connected with your partner. Maybe you felt like there was disconnection within your dynamics of a relationship. And yeah, we did get Two of Cups right before, which is a relationship card. It's not just about love, this one is about love. It's about you. This one's more about you opening your heart more, being more vulnerable, showing up more with authenticity, speaking your mind more. But with this relationship card, to me, it indicates, yeah, this is very much in a dynamic. And the Nine of Swords that I've got here is that perhaps you've had really nightmares about okay, the message that I get here is I was talking about this relationship and your heart is opening. Yeah, this dreams that you have been getting, the repetitive dream, it's telling you something about this dynamic of the relationship. And this dynamic can be improved once you interpret the dream. Once you get to know what this dream is trying to tell you or what this dream is trying to communicate to you. There are a couple of ways to interpret your dream. You can always book a reading with me or book a reader who can really help you with that. Dream interpretations are great, really a great way to know what is going on. The other way I have also found to be useful is, yes, of course you can Google it. If those things resonate with you, whatever comes up, you can Google it. You can also chat GPT it. I'm not opposed to it. It has helped me previously at certain points. But if you really want to dive deeper, if you want to know exactly what may be happening, and how can you resolve it and how can you move forward with it with, someone who can actually give you not just actionable steps, but accountable steps. That's the thing with AI tools. You can ask for information, go ahead and do that as well, because it can really help you. I'm not opposed of having ChatGPT, but to hold yourself accountable and ensure that thing doesn't repeat, it can only be done in the presence of a healer. A healer literally allows you to feel so safe that whatever is coming up within you, whatever needs to be released, the healer can almost, I don't want to say take that upon them, but they take it away from you. That's why a lot of healers after a session or whenever they treat someone, they often feel quite drained. It's because they have helped someone, taken someone's not pain, but have helped them feel so relieved after having certain repeating issues, like the repetitive dreams. So the healer can really help facilitate your next level healing. And often that is done by, pointing out what area of your life is not in alignment with you, and even looking at different chakras, what chakra is not in alignment. And that's why I recommend really talking to a healer or a coach or someone who actually does specialize in that. And if you do like my style, do check my page out. I'm most active on Instagram, so you can obviously feel free to message me on there. I do a lot of workshops and stuff on there as well, and a lot more content. So if you do need help with something like that, the chances are that I'm more likely to put it on there. Okay. The lovers, you can't make this up. Literally, it's a love card. So this whole reading is literally about love now. Something is coming in fast into your life, a relationship, your heart is opening more, your nightmares are ending. A love relationship is coming in, whether you're ready or not. Maybe this is something you didn't necessarily predict. It's not something you were wanting at this time in life. And maybe that's true. You're not really you're kind of like, I don't really want this. I want to work on my career. I want to work on my getting everything else in order, getting everything set up for myself. But maybe it's time. Maybe it is time for you, Maybe you are ready more than you think. And perhaps your next level in career and everything is to be supported by a partner, a very loving, supported partner. Then we get 12, Hanged Man. Yes, there was a delay. This to me doesn't look like there's a delay right now. It to me looks like there was a delay. There has been such a long delay. That's why there have been nightmares. You've been anxious, and you have been looking for the stability, this level of freedom, and just coming home back to yourself and feeling the peace, but you haven't been able to. There has been a delay in that. And we get the Star card. The delay has been because of this the wish that you made. It's because what you wished for wasn't necessarily, how do I say it? It wasn't like, you want a house, you want a job, a partner. It wasn't that. Your wish was to have a partner who is your divine partner. You wanted to be higher level of, and in order to obtain that, you yourself have to become that higher level love. Not perfectionist, not this perfect person, healed, no problems whatsoever, everything resolved, no issues whatsoever. It's not like that. This is different. This is much more about your life as you are creating it. But now a partner can enter your life because you've done a certain amount of healing, but also because the next level you require support. And that support may be provided by a partner. And it will be easier to do things with a partner who can support you, who can really motivate you, rather than when you have doubts and when you're worrying about it. Of course, you can do it alone. Maybe you can hire a coach or have a group or a community who can push you forward. That's what they're there for, But maybe, just maybe, having a partner who is your ultimate supporter, a cheerleader, someone who celebrates you no matter what, is exactly what you need right now to be able to believe in yourself so much so that you can really have your wish fulfilled. Really have that wish fulfilled. Really, you know, and maybe your wish fulfilled is actually not even a partner, but actually it is to be this amazing person in your career, right? Really accomplished woman, you know, or a man in your career, and you just really want that. But in order to get to the next level, a partnership may be the way. If that makes sense, right? Often we think, you know, often people say like, no, I'm just focusing on my career. I want to get everything else done before I meet the partner, I meet the one, and then I'll have space in my life. Sometimes it doesn't work that way. Sometimes your partner is the way. You know, your partner might be the one who provides you with the right contacts, with the right space for you to build what you want to build next. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. So trust this delay, the delay that has been happening. Trust that this was there for a reason, because if this delay hadn't happened, the right opportunities wouldn't have accumulated together for them to enter into your life. And we did get Knight of Swords, so something is coming in fast. So I would be prepared for that. Let's get some oracle cards here. Right. Okay, travel. Okay, we get 3 cards. Travel, true love, work. I told you, your work, literally. Okay, I'm going to read it exactly as it is. It says travel, then it says true love, then it says work. So yeah, so you're exactly the message that I was giving right now, that, you know, once you do connect with this person, the love that you find, your work will carry forward. It's linked, somehow linked to a partnership. So be open to this. You don't know what they look like or who they will be, what they will bring to the table, what kind of partnership they have to offer you, but it may be something you really need. It may be the one thing that is gonna change your life in a way. Okay, let's read the travel card. So, the travel card here, which we got first. Let every aspect of this trip unfold in harmony. May divine order arrange and handle every detail. I'll be guided easily and follow the leads as they are shown. Someone's traveling. Okay, maybe you're going to meet this person while you're traveling, which is very exciting. Then I get the true love. Your wholeness and safety lie within, not from a partner. But this sovereignty actually leads to the deepest intimacy, for you to stop using others. Let me stand on my own feet, dear Lord, and know true love. This travel card that I get here, I also get the message, gosh, the sun has just come into my eyes. I also get the message, for some of you, this is not just going to be a traveling card. This is actually going to be also moving. Some of you might be moving to a different city, different place, different country even. Yeah, and then meet the, you know, this love of your life. And then this will help you with your work. Yeah, for some of you, this is not even that. It's actually, you might be moving. Work. I am now available to receive all who can benefit from my work. Use me to relieve suffering on the planet. May all who need me find me. The divine is my complete source for all prosperity and will provide. And so you see this deck here, it's amazing. It's got Ganesh on it. So today is Diwali. Those of you who don't know, it's an Indian festival, the biggest Indian festival, and it's a festival of lights. And you do get, it is also basically a reset and new beginnings, but it's also to call in prosperity and abundance. And that's why people pray to Goddess Lakshmi as well, to bring in that abundance, that newness, you know. Funnily enough, it also ties in with Samhain, which is what we are here in the more Druid Celtic culture in the UK. And not in the UK, but like, certain cultures that originate from here have those practices and those older traditions, and which is also known as the Witch's New Year. So it's quite interesting that this time of the year, October, is actually more of a time where there's new beginnings, not necessarily in January. And if you think about it, after Christmas and New Year's, when everyone's just like drunk, lots of parties, and like really almost tired from all the family visits and all of those party time and like meeting different peoples, and if you're introvert, it's a hellish time of the year for you. I'm so sorry, but after that, it's not really, it doesn't always feel like a new year. We often think like we want these New Year's resolutions, and it often doesn't feel like it, and there's a reason for that. And it's because afterwards, in January, after all this time, with people and stuff, you're actually detoxing. You're not actually building the next thing in January. You're just detoxing from all the time you spent with a lot of people that you didn't want to spend time with. You didn't want to, or you ate a lot, Christmas and New Year's time, all of the buzz that was there. You're detoxing from it in January. And so that's why October is actually a great time to have a New Year's, and in certain cultures, like I just mentioned, Diwali, and with also the Samhain, it's actually more of a new year. That feels more like a good time to set your goals, set your routines, what you want to create, really get into the manifestation witchy mode. Then this is the time to call it in. If it's a time for declutter, time to renew your space, my wallpapers are falling off at the back and I need to get them done. Actually, I've had these plans to redecorate this entire room and my bedroom, and and I have planned it in my mind what I want it to look like. It's just now it's time to get it done. Yeah, so this might be the one thing that you take steps towards, to really call in the new and get into the new. Okay, I feel like that ends the reading here. I was going to get another, shall I? Let me grab this last deck, which is all about, it's another oracle deck, which we have here. Let's see what messages. Just going to get, okay, one we get is rest. Someone needs to rest. And the last card, it's all for a reason. Okay. Yeah, it's all for a reason. So if you're wondering why there's a delay, why haven't things come in? Like, when is it going to come? I've been waiting around for so long. Nothing is changing. My love life isn't progressing. My career isn't progressing. Things aren't really coming forward. It's all for a reason. Often we haven't heard all the conversations that universe has heard. And we like to think that, why isn't this happening for me? Because, like, I've worked hard on this area, it's happening so effortlessly for others. We've often not heard a lot of the conversations that we think, that the universe has heard. And you'll be surprised sometimes what looks like is, what looks to be quite amazing or quite put together. It often, not often, but sometimes it really isn't what you think it is. And I don't mean in an unhappy way or it's like it's looking bad or anything like that. It's just that often the reality is very different because we look at things through our perspective, through our lens. We don't look at it as in a neutral way. Yeah, so I would bear that in mind if you ever like step into, in the next week or so as well, if you step into a mode of comparison, right? If you're comparing yourself to others, I would remember this, that the reason why there's a delay is because the universe has seen things that you haven't, or has heard conversations that you haven't. And if you were to hear them, you would be also siding with the universe. Okay, I hope that helps you. I hope you have a lovely, lovely Libra new moon. and that all the new changes that are about to come into your life, they really drop down and make fast changes. It looks like there are going to be some fast changes. So do let me know if any of this comes through. I love hearing all your messages and your comments and what is happening in your life. So do let me know in the comments below. Right, I'll see you in the next one.